What do you smell, Gordon?
What do I smell? I smell an interesting story about how scents influence consumer behavior. Francesco.
I'm Francesco,
I'm Gordon, and we are both venture marketing students.
and now we start with a short example by an expert in the perfume field.
I'd like to start by sharing with you one of these memories that I received from a 40-year-old woman. And she said, the day after my 13th birthday, my mother died of cancer. And outside of her bedroom window, my father planted a lilac bush. It was her favorite flower. And later on, when I was in my 20s, I was going through a really difficult time. And as I lay there on my bed, crying, I started to smell the scent of lilacs. And she said it was impossible. There were no flowers around me. There were no flowers outside of my apartment. But in that moment, it was as if my mother was holding me to her again and telling me everything was going to be okay.
Human beings are capable to distinguish up to 10,000 different odors. Comparing that to dogs, who are 10,000 times more sensitive to odors, we think that it is still quite an accomplishment by the human brain, which can count up to 40 million smell receptors. These smell receptors pick up scents and combine this in the brain. This can be in the working memory or in the long-term memory. Research has shown that the scents can influence the body and mind. The researchers have shown that, for instance, the scent of peppermint can increase the athletic performance of a person and helps them to work out for a longer period of time, and also harder. These results also go for working in an office. Cinnamon scent, however, makes people more alert and less frustrated. In the example, our expert talked about the fact that she smelled the scent of bush. However, there was no such bush inside her room or neighborhood. The long-term memory had stored this scent and brought up these emotions to the girl when she needed the comfort of her sadly already passed away mother. So it's nice to know a little bit more about how the brain works, but how can we transform this to something useful for SMEs? At the moment, more and more companies are starting to understand how important the smell of their product is. Think about it. Do you combine the smell of laundry detergent and fabric softener to a special person? Or even a perfume? That when you smell it on a stranger, you would think immediately of someone close to you. Think about the laundry detergent and softener again, and try to remember what kind of scents do they mostly use in it. You will probably think of a combination of citrus, flower and fruit scent. The citrus scent relates us to cleanliness. A sweet and fruity smell increases the feeling of comfort, and floral scents make us think more of love and care. So the trick for companies is to come up with scents that make their customers feel welcome, and even so, they would like to stay longer in your shop, browsing every product. We can't just only rely on the scent, so as an entrepreneur you need to make sure that the products in your shop match the scents. It is key to create a positive atmosphere inside the shop, and even more so to create a positive purchase intent. The same goes for the right combination of gender and scents. Having feminine scents in a woman's clothing shop will also help to create the desired atmosphere and higher sales. This also explains why department stores usually have different scents in different areas of the store. Gas stations always smell like freshly brewed coffee beans, because this can increase the sales by almost 300%. And also a big retailer like Nike found out that adding scents to their shops increased the purchase intent of their customers by 80%.
A 2004 study by Dr. Eric Spangenberg found that participants purchased up to double the stuff when the scent matched the gender of the shopper and the target gender of the merchandise. It surveyed 300 people to determine which scents were perceived as more masculine or feminine, settling on rose, maroc, and vanilla, respectively. These scents were then introduced one at a time to a retail space with both men's and women's clothing. 181 shoppers participated. 91 were exposed to the feminine scent and 90 exposed to the masculine scent. The study found that the gender-congruent scent led to a more favorable evaluation of the merchandise, overall evaluation of the store, longer time spent shopping, number of items purchased, and amount of money spent.
Some of the results claimed by the research of Spangenberg are 84% of people were more likely to buy, in this case shoes, or like them more, when put on display in a scented room. Another one was, a sweet citrus ambient scent nearly doubled the average total purchases in a retail setting, from $55 to $90 per customer. There are of course many examples of common use of scents that can be useful for SMEs. For instance, Verizon introducing its chocolate cell phone last summer with the seductive aroma of chocolate wafting through its stores. Another one is Scent Andrea, a scent marketing company in Santa Barbara, putting chocolate scent strips on 33 vending machines to sell more of the chocolate products. And also a new car smell used at auto dealers for occasion cars. To conclude, we want to show some of the scents that SMEs can start using right away. To be more alert, peppermint or citrus scents. To be more relaxed, lavender or vanilla scents. To perceive a room as smaller, barbecue smoke scents. And in order to perceive a room as bigger, apple or cucumber scents. To buy expensive goods, for example furniture, leather or cedar scents. And if you want customers to browse longer and spend more, floral or citrus scents. We hope this video was insightful and will help you as an SME owner or marketeer to get more out of scent marketing in the near future.